Okay, this is a little bit of information for all of you out there who might be wondering what this so-called my life's journey is. Basically, my life's journey is an autobiography of course, my life. It's nonfiction, so therefore I do talk real stuff that has happened in my life. Um, this is what my book started off as. You really probably can't see, but this is really old. This is when I first wrote the book. I typed it up and printed it, and mm, I really didn't think I would get it published or anything like that. I just wrote it for myself, and then the more I thought about it, I said, well, maybe I should get it published because I've been through some things that might help somebody else. But this is how it, first started off. On a on the long side right here, say, "No weapons formed against me shall prosper." I love that scripture. But yeah, in a nutshell, this was my little book, and I had one a little different than this. It was a little bigger, and I had pictures and collages and everything. But unfortunately, I moved so many times. I don't know what happened to that one. But over the years, because I started the book in 04, and I really finished writing it in 05, but I continued to add stuff to the book up until now. So actually the book is done. It's in editing. I'm getting it published through Author House Publishing. They are the same company who published Neffy's book, Keisha Cole's sister. So I'm really actually excited about it. Um, Only thing right now I'm waiting on is my pictures to get done and approved. And a lot of people got jokes. My one friend said, "Are you gonna have a book or a magazine, and how many pictures are you gonna have in it?" But I'm a picture freak. I can't help it. But this is what everybody should be looking for. Now this is the picture that's going to be on the book. So when you see this picture of me, this picture on the book, then you should know that that's Tracy's book. And this is actually my final copy of my book. It's kind of long on paper. Um, I'm just gonna go through it right fast. I'm really not gonna tell you some of the words and paragraphs. I'm not gonna read any poetry, but I really dedicated this book in memory of my grandmother, um, and that's all I'm gonna leave it at because I don't want to get emotional. But I dedicated this book to my grandmother. Well, in memory of my grandmother. Unfortunately, she's not alive to read it and share my success with me. But this is a picture of me and my poo poo. This picture will also be in the book. We are actually in Forestville, and Forestville is where my grandparents lived. And um, my uncle actually still has control over the land. It hasn't been sold, and any summer we get the chance to go out there, we go to Forestville and just enjoy peace and quiet. And um, if I get enough sales from the book, maybe I can buy the land and let's just think big and maybe build a house out there. Yeah, that'd be nice. But that's that. I have a poem dedicated, of course, to my grandparents in Forestville. I'm just going to briefly go over what the chapters are in the book because I need y'all to support me on this project because I already started writing my second book. Actually, I started writing my second book 2 years ago. So, if the first book does well, then the publishing company might want to give me a second offer to do a second book. And if that is the case, I'm definitely taking it. Um, my life's journey Why did I even start writing this book? Well, of course, if anybody know me, they know that I once was married. And maybe you don't know that, but yeah, I once was married and I once was divorced. Go figure. So, after my divorce, it was a lot of things going on, just a lot of drama, real life experiences that I never would wish on my worst enemy. Well, then again, on my worst enemy, no, I'm just playing. But yeah, I just went through a lot of real life experiences, and I had some down moments and some moments that I didn't think I would be able to get back up, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So basically, in this book, we're gonna go through the journey of my life. So, I want everybody to buckle up. It's a lot you don't know about me. I let my sister and my mother read the book. And my sister just was shaking her head at some things. And she like, if I had known that, and and it's just like, you never know somebody's whole life. I always wanted to do something, like, and be like famous. I can't sing, karaoke at Jazzy's. That's about it. Um, I used to like to dance, and I used to want to be like a backup dancer for like MC Hammer and Salt and Pepper, and in the videos, the video girl. I used to be at home when I was bored, videotaping myself dancing, thinking I was gonna like be in somebody's video. Well, of course that didn't work. Then it was really no other options. I never went to like acting school. I didn't even think about being an actress or anything like that. So I said, what else can I do? All right. I always wrote poetry. I remember back in, I don't even know if I was in high school or eighth grade, um, this guy named Eric Knowles, rest in peace, he had died. And that was my first poem I wrote in memory of somebody. And if anybody know me, they know I have like the biggest heart. Um, I really do. But he died. I didn't know his parents. I just knew him. I just knew we went to school together, and he got killed on the corner at the bus stop. Well, first thing I did was wrote a poem. Unfortunately, I don't even know where that poem is at. I'm sure it's somewhere, but this was like 8th, ninth grade, so I'm 31 years old now. But I wrote a poem, and I took it and I put it like in a little plastic sleeve, and I took it to the corner that he got killed on, and I taped it up, and I put a flower next to it. Well, not knowing that, I just did that for his parents and his family, not knowing that the news would recognize it. So, they was at the corner, they said it, and they said, this is a poem wrote in his memory, and I watched the news like, that's my poem. Never went nowhere from that, but so after that, that's how I started. Every time somebody would pass, I would write a poem, and either keep it just to myself if it was a family member, or give it to the parents of my friends that passed, or somebody in the family. And I did that for my cousin and gave it to my aunt, and she was like really, really touched. But in the book, it's just my journey. It's about me growing. I got a chapter called Growing Pains. It's about growing up. If anybody know where I'm from, let's just say I'm from the hood. GYC to be exact. Moselle Street, baby. Born and raised from one house to the next house, right on the same street. But it's just about growing up, in the hood, and dealing with my dad and my mom and my brother and my sister, and I can't really give away the book, but let's just say my life was not as sweet as people might have thought it was at home. Sorry, it just wasn't. So, with that being said, everybody think I'm spoiled. I'm not spoiled at all. I never was spoiled. They, two parents, one family house, blah, 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 blah. Good jobs. Never was I spoiled, though. Everything, basically, I worked for or bought on my own. I've been working since I was 15, and